Hey, welcome to another Masters of Boredom stream. I'm Pantsless Aaron, and here's my partner CJ.
Hey everybody, how are we doing tonight?
I'm gonna shut down my AC so it's not driving you folks crazy. But we are here to play Troy's, and you may be
That's right.
looking.
Troy.
Well, okay, Troy's, but anyway, you might be looking at this table setup and might be thinking to yourself, "My God, they have finally lost it. This looks completely insane." And it's not really. It's one of those things that looks more complicated than it is, but in any event, I'm gonna have to walk CJ through it because it's been a while since he's played it. It's been a while since I've played it, to be honest. Uh,
Join me in not knowing what the heck is going on,
but
everyone.
I really like this game. Although if you look at the box art, and I kind of wish I'd grabbed a screen grab of the actual box art to show you.
Oh, it's so
Yeah,
dull and
if
boring.
you Google it, it's just like, what? Why would you make this your box art? I'm gonna put me in the corner. There we go. Nobody puts me in the corner but me. But the box art for this game just does not sell this game very well. You look at it and you go, you know what? This looks like I'm gonna pass. This is something from the History Channel and not a board game.
Exactly.
But it turns out it is, and it's quite a good one. Anyway, this is a worker placement game. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up the game. We're actually gonna do. I did most of the setup ahead of time, but we're actually gonna set up our workers and all that stuff live to start out the game because I didn't want to do it before the stream because I wanted to show you what that entails. But anyway, we all have 6 workers in our personal supply ready to go to work, and we're about to put them to work.
Yeah.
But we're putting them to work in 3 different buildings. There is the church up here. There are 4 empty slots. You can see them here next to the 1, 3, 5 dice, and there's a row of 2, 4, 6. I'll get into the dice later. There's also the barracks over here, the military building, where you may place a worker down here in one of these slots. They're all individually numbered. And then here's the city hall down here, where there are 3 rows. There's 1 6, there's 2 5, and there's 3 4. But it's 3 different rows of meeples, and they each one has 4 available spaces for us to be filling in. We're gonna take turns going back and forth, filling in the spaces of these buildings until all of the dudes in our personal supply are gone and all of the spaces on the board are filled up. Then we're gonna get dice for every worker that we placed in these buildings. And we're going to put them in our own little section of the city. Like, this is mine, this is CJ's over here. These are all the neutral ones. There are 6 of those in play as well. So there will be 6 dice up here that we can purchase from. And so on and so forth. And then we're going to use those dice to put those dice to work, so to speak. And we'll wind up like buying those dice off of each other in just kind of a weird sort of forced sale thing. Like I'm giving you 4 deniers for that worker, and you can't stop me. And you're like, okay, I guess. Because you literally can't. If you decide to buy somebody else's die to activate an action that you want to activate, they cannot say no. I mean, the good news is they get the money that you spend, but it's just kind of unfortunate that you're just like, I'm gonna take it and you can't stop me. Here you go. Sometimes that sucks, but on the plus side, you do get paid for it, so it's not like you get nothing. Anyway, but if you had plans for that die, oh boy, that can sour you to your friends in a pretty big hurry. Anyway, so we will be using, because you'll notice there's 1, 2, 3 cards here. We're going to reveal 1 new card every round, starting with the 1s, then the 2s, then the 3s. Each one unlocks a new ability that we can use dice on, a new tradesman that we can send our workers to work for to get us victory points. You also have to send one to a tradesman in order to get, but I'll get into that when we get there. But in order to use an ability, you must have one of your tradesmen on it. But like I said, I'll get into that in the time being. And we'll go around using our dice on various items, fighting off brigands and jerks and events that come into play down here that, give the city a hard time. And we'll also be sending our white dice up here to build this cathedral from the ground up. It needs 6 spaces filled on each row, each column, and there's 1 column for each possible number on the white dice. the higher numbers giving additional influence as well as victory points for placing them. But notice that there's -2s at the end of each row, and that's because if a player does not have at least one cube in every row of the cathedral, they will lose 2 victory points for every row they do not have a cube in. So you got to build something, even if you don't want to per se, or else you could lose out. Or maybe you're willing to look past that. I don't know. It's up to you. So once every player has played all their dice and they can't do anything more, or they can't buy any more, they don't want to buy any more, they can pass. Once all players have passed, we end the round, and so on again. Every new round, we get new abilities. Like I said, we also get new events that we have to deal with over here. And I'll explain how that works when we get to that. Yeah, that's about it. We keep going. There's 4 rounds because we're going to get one new red event every turn, and that brings either a yellow or white event up along with it. And once we've gone through the last red event round, which will be round 4, at the end of that round, we score up our victory points and see which one of us has won the influence of Troyes. See which one of us is more famous for being awesome in Troyes, basically, is what it comes down to.
Who's got the most notoriety?
Yeah, gotta be awesome. Gotta be awesome in Troyes. I am playing the I don't know, wooden player. When you get these meeples and cubes, they're just unpainted. But I guess you could call it the skin color, the Caucasian skin color. I don't know. Anyway,
is it shirts versus skins?
Yeah, apparently. CJ is going to be the red player, as per usual for CJ, but that's okay. So let's do the setup and walk people through it. You start with 5 deniers, and like I said, for 2 players, you get 6 people in your personal supply. We're going to roll this die to see who goes first. There's 3 sides for me and 3 sides for CJ. I'm technically white according to the table, so that's what the white means. I'm just going to keep rolling it until CJ says stop.
Stop.
All right. It's going to be me. I'm going to go first. All right. So we're going to take turns putting our peoples into place. But before we do that, we need to do one more thing. We need to get our characters. These are the people who are going to be judging us at the end of the game for possible additional victory points. I'm going to deal these to the seated players, which should just be you and me. So if I do this twice, that should do the trick. Okay. Yes. So now you can look at your people and see who they are. Okay.
This guy looks judgmental as hell, Aaron. I don't want this guy.
Well, you know, he might just be that kind of guy. Okay.
His eyes are just piercing into my soul.
If you need to figure out who they are and what they do, I don't know if this reference card that somebody handily built explains it. Nope. But they are over here at these other reference cards, which somebody very handily put into place. So I'm just going to go. We're just using the base game one. So Shreddy and Detroit's gives you 1, 3, or 6 victory points for having 3, 5, or 7 citizens in the 3 principal buildings. In a 2-player game, you must have 4, 6, or 8 citizens to get 1, 3, or 6 victory points. Henry I will give you 1, 3, or 6 victory points for 1, 3, or 5 event cards that you've countered. Okay. Hughes de Pains, or as I would call him, Huge Pain. He gives you 1, 3, or 6 victory points if you have 5, 10, or 15 influence at the end of the game. Woo! Le Florentin gives 1, 3, 6 victory points for 2, 4, or 6 citizens on activity cards. So for every tradesman you put into play, adds to the possible victory points for that. Tybalt II gives 1, 3, 6 victory points for 6, 12, or 18 deniers at the end of the game. So keep your money on hand, and he'll be happy. Urbane IV, is that a pope? 1, 3, 6 victory points for 3, 5, 7 cubes on the cathedral, or in a 2-player game, 4, 6, or 8 cubes in the cathedral. So if one of us is building a lot of cathedral stuff, that might be why. But anyway... okay, so I think that's more or less it. We have our personal character cards, so once you know what they are, go ahead and flip them over and put them in place back on your secret character spot on your player board. These player boards do not come with the game, by the way. Someone built them specifically for this Tabletop Simulator module, so well done. Don't put it on the countered events space. Put it on your secret character space. You'll need those separated. Okay, so I'm going to take the first player marker, which is this handy dandy card. Just keep it next to me. And now we're going to start placing our dudes, I think is the next step of the initial placement. Yep. Okay, so we place the gray citizens in place. In clockwise order, place a citizen in empty space. So I go first, and then CJ's going to pick a place to put a dude down.
Okay.
I think I would like to start here. So I'm going to take the 3 space in the military. CJ, go ahead and place one of your dudes in any empty space on one of the buildings.
Okay. I guess I'll take this one for no apparent reason.
Okay, so now we're going to go in reverse order. So CJ, place another worker on a space of your choice.
I didn't know where to put the first guy.
That's all right. If you need a certain type of die to do a certain kind of thing, maybe place there, or maybe just go all around. Just kind of place.
How do I know if I need a die? Okay. All right.
Well, your secret character might tell you need to build a lot of cathedral stuff, in which case maybe white dice would be a good idea, which is why I'm going to grab one. Okay, so now we reverse order again. So I'm going to go again, and I'm going to place. I think I'm going to put him here.
Okay.
There we go. They got a nice round, kind of even thing. They don't go in the cathedral, by the way. They only go in these 3 buildings.
They only go here?
Yep.
Okay. I should probably get in on this over here.
Okay. And then I'm going to take this or no, it's not my turn. It's yours again. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I gotcha.
I went first last time, so now you go again, and then I go, and I'm going to go here, I guess? Okay. And then I go again, and I'm gonna grab here, and now you go twice.
Can we just put 2 workers everywhere and be done with it?
You've got 2 workers left. I only have 1, so it's up to you.
Aaron?
It's up to you,
oh,
sir.
Wow.
Did I lag out?
Yeah, you lagged out bad.
I don't have Steam open, or well, yeah, I have Steam open. I have to, but. I don't have a VPN. I'm gonna close GOG Galaxy because I don't need it right now. I don't know what else could be hogging bandwidth. Honestly, I'm not.
No, that's okay. You like paused like right here and then like whoosh.
Yeah,
super fast.
Sorry about that. Did you place your last 2 dudes?
Yes.
All right.
Good.
So
you
my last space is this space over here. We're all nice and even. Everybody got 2 dice of everything. Yay! I like to see when we get along, so to speak. So go ahead and take 2 dice of each color and place them in your section of town. So 2 red dice and 2 white dice. Hooray! Everybody's nice and even.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I wanted a white die.
There we go. Okay. And we also have to do the same for the neutral player, because these are...
Oh, okay.
You can buy these dice as well.
Okay.
So we will roll all of those.
That's kind of nice. We can screw the neutral player and not feel so bad about killing each other.
Absolutely. Okay, so we filled all the spaces in the initial placement, so we're ready to start. So we're going to start with phase 0, which is reveal the activity cards. So the first phase of the round is to reveal the new activity cards. I'm going to flip them over. We have a monk, we have an archer, and we have a miller. So I'm just going to go over briefly. Oh, hey, whoever put this together did a great job. If you just hover over the card, it tells you what it does. Okay, so it's a delayed effect ability, so if you decide to use it, you place a cube on the card and can then use the cube later to give you that ability. It allows you, if I understand correctly, to
white dice is 3 yellow dice.
You can use a single white die as if it was 3 yellow die of the same value. Wow. A white die bought from another player still costs 2 deniers. Okay, so it doesn't change the value of it, but and it costs 6 to put a tradesman down. First tradesman down gets 3 victory points. Second tradesman down gets 2. Okay. Excuse me. Let's go down to the archer. Okay, this is an immediate effect. When you activate this, you roll a die. On a roll of 3, 4, or 5, or 6, place 1 cube on any event card. The die roll may not be modified, and you get to do this for every 2 pips on a red die that you've spent to activate this. So you could get 6 dice to roll to try and place a whole ton of cubes, and if you roll really lucky, you could get a lot more cubes for your a lot more cubes for your pips, let's say, than you could just spending the red dice. So that's neat. Again, same costs 6 deniers to place a tradesman down, and you get 3 victory points for the first one, 2 for the second. Finally, there's the miller. You gain 2 deniers per unexpelled citizen that you have in either the palace or the bishopric. So the red or the white building up here, you get 2 deniers for each worker you have. For every 4 pips you have on yellow dice you spend on this ability. Costs 5 to put someone down, and you get 2 victory points if you're first, 1 victory point if you're second. That's interesting. Okay, so those are all the new activities we have to deal with.
Do we get an enemy down here as well?
We will in a second. We're going to get paid first. So everyone gets...
I love that part.
Everybody gets 10 deniers. So go ahead and take a 10 from the big infinite pile and just add it to your denier stack.
You start with anyone?
Yeah, you do. There's 5 already here.
Oh, I gotcha.
But now you have 15. Congratulations.
Yay!
Now we have to pay 1 denier per bishopric, so every white die we have, and 2 per palace citizen, or lose 2 victory points. So it looks like it's going to cost us about 6, because we each have 2 of each. Damn, I forgot about that. Alright, well, not much I can do about that. I'm going to trade my 10 in for 2 5s, and then I'll spend a 5 and a 1. So I have 9 left, and you should be the same. That pays for our white and our red dice. Hooray. Okay.
Soldiers like to eat and stuff.
Yep, now we're going to assemble the workforce. We now get to roll our dice and place them in our district. The start player, which is me, rolls the dice for the gray district. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my set of dice. Oh, fortunately they didn't wander, but those are all low, and I'm not too thrilled about that, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and roll for the neutral player as well. CJ, go ahead and roll all your dice as well. There we go. Ooh. Oh my. Yeah.
Don't even think about buying these dice.
I was going to say, keep your crap out of my house, will you? All right. Okay, so... dice have been rolled and placed in man. Oh man, I'm not happy about this. Son of a bee. Alright, okay, so not a great roll for me. Anyway, so we did that. Now it's time for the event. So we're going to reveal the top red event for this round and reveal that it is... the Norman's Attack, which is 2 additional black dice. This is going to be bad, kids. Okay, to defeat this one, wow, you need 5 red pips to even put a single cube down. However, if one player puts all 4 cubes down, they'll take all 6 victory points for it. And it's 1 influence per block placed. And then we reveal a white event, which reads as follows. This is an interruption of work. Remove the cube with the highest value of the highest level from the cathedral. Thankfully, nobody's placed anything in the cathedral yet. However, you may defeat this by using white dice and divide it by 4 to fill in as many of these as you can. And you'll get 3 victory points if you've put the most cubes down, and 1 victory point if you put the second most. And again, if you put all 4, you'll get all 4 victory points. And then, of course, there's always marauders. You can always take care of these marauders over here. There's always 4 cubes to put down here, and you can use any color dice divided by 3. And if you manage to fill all 4, you'll take all 3 victory points on offer. Otherwise, you split it, 2 for the most, 1 for the second most. All right. So we've done all that. Events are in play, ready to go. We now have to deal with the marauders, which unfortunately there are 3 of them. So I'm going to reveal what we have to deal with, and I really irritatingly have to deal with 2 of these, but that's what I got for being start player. I'm going to roll these 3 black dice and see what we have to deal with. Oh, Doctor! Oh, of course. Okay, so I have to deal with the most expensive one. because I'm start player. So I have to get rid of this 6. Fortunately, when dealing with black dice, you get double points for red dice. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend my 4, as irritating as that is, on. I'm gonna spend my 4 on killing this black die, so I don't lose any victory points. Although honestly, I almost think I should take the hit, because you can't go below 0. But at the same time, you can't not beat it if you can. So I can, so I have to. So yeah. All right. So CJ, you now have to take care of the 2. You need any die with a 2 on it, or a red die with a 1 to put it down. What do you want to do?
Give me my gold 2.
Spending is gold 2 to get rid of it, and it's gone. And then I have a 2 as well. Let's see. What do I not care
or I can murder
for?
it with a single red.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It's only worth 1. I kind of think I should do that. Yeah, let's cap the 1 red die. Although I'm kind of irritated about that, to be honest. But anyway, all the black dice are dealt with, so now we can move on with our lives. So once the events have been dealt with, you gain 1 influence per dice countered. So I get 2, and CJ you get 1. So move up to the 5 space. I'm up to 6. And as always, if you can't counter a die, you discard it and lose 2 victory points. So that's nice.
I just got some influence out of there. That's all right.
It's something. Okay, so we took care of that. We're on to actions. It is time to do actions. So here's the action phase. We're going to start with me, and I'm going to decide what actions I want to do. And honestly, I literally have no idea. I think I would like to test my luck, to be honest. I am going to, and this might be expensive. This might be too expensive. I'm going to, I want to put a tradesman down on this archer here. Because I think he's got a neat ability for combat, which I currently can't do a lot of. And it won't cost a ton for me to try and do some of that. So, I'm going to put a tradesman down, I have to first spend the $6 it costs. Oh man, this is going to be really expensive. I'm not going to be able to buy a single die, for God's sake. Okay, so I put $6 down. Then I need to put a worker down on the space, but I need to buy a worker first from the general supply. So I come over here, I spend 2 influence, and that puts a worker from the general supply into my personal supply, which means I can now send him out to be a tradesman. So I'm going to put him down on the first spot for 3 victory points, which I'll get at the end of the game. And there's still an available spot if CJ would like to do the same, or I could do it again. I could do it again some other turn just to take the final spot. But now I can spend red dice for every 2 pips I get to roll a die, and on a roll of 3, 4, 5, or 6, I place 1 cube on any event card. The die roll may not be modified. So I think because I have no money and no red dice, I'm gonna have to buy a die from the neutral player, because I just don't want to take him from CJ if I don't have to. I mean, I could, but it just seems not a good way to start the game, to be mean right off the bat. I'm not gonna be mean. Not gonna be mean right off the bat. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait before I become a jerk. I'm sure that time is coming, but okay. So in order to buy a die that you don't have in your district, you need to spend money for the number of dice that you are trying to use. In my case, I'm just going to use 1 die. So in that case, it just costs me 2 deniers for each die that I buy. I'm going to buy this 5 off of the neutral guy, so that'll cost me 2. Now, if I wanted to get crazy, which I could, I am very crazy, I could decide, okay, I want to buy 2 dice instead. However, now, because I'm buying 2 dice, the cost rises to 4 deniers for each die that I want to buy. So instead of buying 1 die for 2 deniers, now I would be spending 8 deniers to buy 2 dice. And if you are completely insane and want to buy 3 dice, it's 6 deniers per die. So if you buy 3 dice off somebody, it's going to cost you 18 deniers. It's crazy.
I'm not that rich.
Having said that, if you already have 2 of the dice you need to do your 3 dice thing, and you're just buying 1 die, it only costs you 6. It still costs 6 because you're using 3 dice to do the action, but if you're only buying 1 die, it just costs 6 denier. So it's however many dice you want to use to do the action, and then that tells you how much deniers you have to spend, and then you have to multiply that by how many dice you have to buy.
Okay.
In my case, I'm just using 1 die, and I have to buy it, so I'm spending 2 deniers to buy this 5. I'm going to use it on the archer. The archer tells me that for every 2 pips on the red dice that I use, I get to roll a die, and for a 3, a 4, 5, or 6, I get to put one of my cubes down on an event. So I am going to try, because it's so much more expensive to try and do this Norman's attack, I'm going to try and put dice on that. So my 5 means I get to activate this twice, because it's divided by 2, 5 divided by 2, drop the extra, I get 2 shots at it. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. I'm going to take black dice just because they're handy. And I'm going to roll it and hopefully get a 3, 4, 5, or 6. And remember, for every success, that's a 3. That gives me 1 cube. I'll roll again before I get my second cube. Here's my second roll, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Come on, big bucks. No whammies. It's a 1. All right, well, I get 1 cube at least. Better than nothing. And I put the cube of my color down here, and because I put a cube on an influence space, I get an influence, and it means that when this card is resolved, I will definitely get some victory points for it, which is nice. But I get 1 influence back for having done that, and I believe that is the end of my turn. Now, I'm going overboard and explaining every little bit of the action just to make sure that you can follow along. Like I said, it looks complicated, and it's a little more complicated than some more standard worker placement games, but it is still very much worker placement. CJ, what are you doing?
So, Aaron, if I want to take these 2 6s,
okay,
and this 6 over here,
boy,
I would spend 6 denier.
Yes, if you really, really wanted to go crazy, you could do that. Let me take a look here. Okay, so what are you doing for the first question?
I'm going to do this right here.
You're going to do that event over there. Okay, fair enough. So let's see here. So you will actually resolve that event entirely if you do that.
Yes, that is why I'm doing.
Okay, so yeah, it will cost you 6 deniers to buy, because you already had 2 of them. You're buying 1 off the bank, so put 6 deniers back into the bank. You did that already?
Done.
Go ahead and put those dice back into the white bowl. And you have just used 18 points on this. Divided by 4, that gives you all 4 cubes. You don't even need to fill those in. So you gain 4 influence immediately. Don't even bother with the cubes, dude. There's no point. You gain 4 influence immediately, so jump up to 9.
All right.
And then you're going to take this card, because you completed it, and give yourself 4 victory points, sir.
Yes, that is how it's done.
Yeah, it goes in the countered events pile. There you go. You can leave it face up, it's fine. That's okay. Give yourself 4 victory points. Go ahead and they're right here. They're right here.
Yeah.
Just grab a 3 and a 1 and put them into your little victory point bag under your... There you go. Now, these are hidden. These are hidden for a reason. I can see mine, but I can't see his. And I can see the total amount I have in my bag, and he can see the total amount in his bag. But victory points is generally hidden. Now, that doesn't mean you can't try and mentally remember where he's at and whatnot, but it's just something that's not out in the open. Unlike deniers, which is always public.
Right. So what is this ability at the bottom here?
That just means that the event didn't remove the highest cube in the cathedral, but we didn't have any at the time, so it did nothing.
We picked a good time to deal with that, is what you're saying.
So now it's back to me, and I want to check and see if I can use multiple dice in a single turn on the cathedral or not. Yes, I can use a group. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. I mean, I'm not thrilled with my options, to be honest, but, I mean, I'll still take it. Yeah, I'm gonna use this 3 and the 1 and build 2 cubes in the cathedral, I think.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm gonna put those in the deck, and I get a 3 and a 1 cube placed. So there's a 1, and there's a 3. And for my trouble, I get 1 victory point for each and 1 influence for each. So that's 2 influence and 2 victory points.
Very
I'll
nice.
add those to my stack of victory points, and now it is your turn, sir.
All right. So, this I have 2 red 4s, Aaron.
Okay. Yes, you do.
So I can use one. How do I exactly apply these to this area over here?
Oh, okay. All right. So you're gonna replace the one that's in the 4 slot, which is yours.
Oh, okay, so I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, no, you probably don't want to do that. And in fact, now that I think about it, I probably should have used the 1 to get rid of the neutral guy over here. But oh well, live and learn. It's not a big deal. CJ, so you still have them. You can use them for something else, or you can use your yellow die, or you can buy the last blue die, whatever you want to do. Or the blue die. The last white die, excuse me.
Yeah, I got enough to buy the last white die, but that would put me what, like up here?
That would put you on the 2nd row, yes.
That's not a bad idea. I feel like I should get while the getting's good.
Okay. I mean,
So
there's no rush. Nobody else has placed anything on the 2nd row yet.
Well, to be fair, there's like literally just you and me, so...
The one thing you don't want me to do is fill in all the level 1 slots before you get a chance to put one there, but...
Right, exactly. All right, I'm going to do that.
Okay, cool. Let me see. What have I got left? Well, no money. I can't afford to do much of anything, I don't think. I already got my archer on. I'm kind of happy with that. Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to get paid.
You going to get some money?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go agriculturing, maybe? Although part of me kind of wants to... No, that'd be mean. Yeah, no, that's alright. I'm just going to get paid. So 7. I am spending those here at the agriculture hut, as it were. So divided by 2 gets you that much money. I get 3 deniers. So I'll just put that in my pile. 1, 2, and a 3. And that's it for my turn and my dice. I can still take turns if I want to buy dice, but that's up to me. CJ, what are you doing?
That's a darn good question, Aaron.
He says.
I only have 2 denier left.
Yeah.
So that makes it hard to do stuff.
You have the option to pass if you want.
I think. I mean, as long as we have the red dice. So if I spend this 3,
it'll get you 1 denier, or if you want to use it to move things, we're gonna move these along. So when you put a new worker into place in one of the buildings, it depends on which building it is. In this case, it's the yellow building. So there are 3 rows here, and what happens is if you use a particular number, in this case 3. CJ's going to take the first spot on the left, and everything else is going to move over. So mine will move over 1 space, and the gray one will be ejected. So CJ will gain an additional yellow die next turn. I won't lose 1, but the neutral player will. So if that's what he's doing, that guy's ejected, I move over, and then CJ moves in on that 3 spot that's empty. Ta-da. And then this poor bastard is supposed to be flipped over like so. It doesn't really matter. I don't remember what they do, if they just sit there or if they wind up going somewhere else. I know you're supposed to do something with them when they get kicked out. I just don't remember what.
There?
Sorry, hey, you hear me?
Yes.
Am I getting mystery lag again?
Yeah.
Anyway, if there was already a citizen there, the old citizen is expelled and laid on the illustration.
Ooh.
You will retrieve your expelled citizens to your personal supply at the end of the round. So this also means that if placing a citizen would expel a color already lying on the building, nobody can place a citizen there.
Ooh.
Okay, so once you have lost a citizen for that turn, nobody else can force you to lose another one from the same building. So if I had a yellow 1 or a yellow 6, or if I had both and I decided to expel both of them, I couldn't do it because the neutral player's already been expelled this turn.
Gotcha.
So, but I could kick CJ out if I had one, which I don't.
But you wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it anyway. So I have, let's see, $4. I could buy a die. You know what? It's too tempting not to. I'm gonna spend 2 deniers, and I'm gonna buy one of your red 4s off you. And I'm gonna use it at my cube generator place up here, the Archer.
Might as well, yeah.
I might as well. For 2 deniers, it's too worth the risk of trying to get. Okay, so I need 3, 4, 5, or 6. Come on, Archer, be worth your salt. That's a 3. That's 1. All right, one more. 3, 4, 5, or 6. Come on, Archer. Yeah, 2 more cubes. That's awesome. All right, so I'm very close to finishing off these Normans, which is good because oh dear, I just realized. Yeah, we better finish them off. That's going to add 2 more black cubes to what we're going to have to face next round if we don't. But I do immediately get 2 more influence for that. Thank you.
I mean, I was gonna try and deal with that with my red die, but somebody took it. So.
Well, you could always buy another one. There's only one. There's only 1 cube left, and if you don't get it, I could wind up getting 6 victory points, and you would get none.
See that there's only 2 here.
Yeah, and if you wanted to use 2, it would cost you the 4. Ouch. Yeah, that's true. So what do you want to do? It's your turn.
I want to take my red die back. Is what I was thinking about doing.
You could go marauding for free. It won't cost you anything. It would give you 1 cube on the maraudage.
Well, Aaron. Well. What to do?
What to do?
What's opposite of 4? 3, right?
That is correct. Oh, you bastard.
So if I spent an influence point,
it would cost. If you want to flip it, it'll cost you 4. If you want to just re-roll it, it'll cost you 1.
But if I flip it to 3, I can use it right here
to kick me out. Yes.
No, it wouldn't kick you out. Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, all the spaces in the red building are individual, so you would kick me out.
Well, that seems worth 4 to me.
You bastard.
You stole my red die.
I knew. I just bought it. Oh, well, by the way, I bought it, which means that money went to you.
Oh, how much did you pay me?
2 deniers. There you go. You actually have 4.
I still don't have to use anything, but I appreciate it regardless.
I'm just saying.
Oh, wait, no, that's 4. I could use that other. Yeah, let's do that instead.
Okay. Give yourself your influence back because you might want that.
No.
Okay.
So I would use the 4 money.
You want to use the 4 money to buy the other red die and then use them both?
Yeah. Oh wait, isn't red die worth double, Aaron? Are we screwing this up?
Only against black dice at the start of the round when we're fighting off the Marauders and the Normans.
Gotcha.
But hopefully you're about to kill them because that's 2 black dice and that hurts.
Yes. So we'll use that for that one.
Okay, so that gives you 1 cube to put on this. So hooray, it's done. I get 4 victory points. You get 2. Give yourself 1 influence for taking the last one.
All right.
And then take your cubes off it, and I'm gonna get the card for having the most dudes. Oh, sorry, I picked up the whole thing. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna rotate that and put it down on my countered events, and I'll take my cubes back. Yoink. And they can just sit there. That's fine. Okay, so that's dealt with. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about 2 more black dice next round.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Okay. So, and did you give yourself 2 victory points?
Yes.
Because I forgot to give myself 4. So there we go. There we go. That's a good way to lose a game. Just not give yourself the victory points you need. Anyway. Okay. So you're done. I'm gonna pass because there's nothing else I can realistically do. I could buy this. I could buy this yellow die, but then I'd have to just. It would just give me my money back. So there's no point. Yeah,
I will likewise pass.
Yeah, okay, so we're all done for the round. So what's the next step after the actions? It's the end of the round. Receive deniers from district. Really? What does that mean? Do you get money for leftover dice? I think you might.
We spent all ours.
End of the round. Yep. If all the players have passed or there are no more dice in any of the districts of the city square, players receive the deniers from their district. Oh, when you buy someone's die, the money is supposed to go into their district. They don't get it right away. But you know what? We'll let it pass because it's already done. But in the future, when you buy a die, if you buy it from an opposing player, it goes on their district. They don't get it
Oh.
until the end of the round.
Ah.
Citizens lying on buildings who have been expelled return to their owner's personal supplies, and unused dice are returned to the general supply. The start player goes to the next left-hand neighbor, and the next round begins. So we'll put this general guy back in his selection there. He's out of the game for now. I don't think he can come back, to be honest. And then, yeah, we pass start player to CJ. He is playing numero uno. And we'll go through it all again. First thing we're going to do is reveal the activity cards for round 2. So here comes Apprenticeship, Mercenary, and Innkeeper. So the Apprenticeship is thus. It's a delayed effect, so when you use it, you get to put a cube down on it. Treat your group of dice as if each die had equaled 5. Oh my. Cannot be used for placement of a citizen into a building. But you can use it for anything else. That's not bad. Costs 6 deniers to put a tradesman down. First space is 3 victory points. Second place is 2 for the end of the thing. Okay, so that's apprenticeship. The mercenary. There's only one space, and he pays you for your warriors. It costs 2 deniers to put a tradesman down. There's only one space for a tradesman, or no, there's 2, but the second player gets no victory points. But you can use the ability to spend red dice for divide it by 2, and every one gives you 3 deniers, so you can get paid if you've got some big red numbers. Right. Lastly, the innkeeper. That's interesting. It costs 5 to put a tradesman down. First space is 3 victory points. Second space is 2. For every pip on a yellow die you spend here, you can spend 1 denier to gain 1 influence. Well, that's interesting. I don't know that I'm 100% a fan of it, but I'm on board. Okay, so those are the 3 new activities. I believe the next step is the event step. Yes or no? Income first. Everybody gets $10, and then you got to pay for your peeps. So it is 1 for every peep in the white building and 2 for every peep in the red building. So once again, it's 6 for each of us. Yep. That stinks, man.
Yeah, that's painful.
You know what? I'm thinking I might just get out of the military game, to be honest. If you want to take those, I'm on board, because you know what, that is expensive, and I can't do much of anything with it. Oh man, that bites. That bites. Okay. So, let's get on with it, shall we? So that's. Oh, we got to do the event now, I think. Oh no, we assemble the workforce first. Okay, so we're gonna get all of our citizens in play. For me, that is 2 of each color. CJ, on the other hand, upgraded at some point during his turn, so we might have 3 of the yellow.
Yep. 2 red guys.
I'll take 2 reds.
2 white guys.
And 2 whites for me. CJ is loaded for bear.
Well, like an extra yellow is.
Yeah.
And then
all the rest go in the neutral. And you will roll those this time, sir, if you'd be so kind.
Ooh. You ready, Aaron?
Yeah. And there we go.
Wait, do we reveal the event first, or we
roll first? It says roll when we we should roll them now. Okay, not great numbers for the. Not great numbers for the. Okay, that's better than I got last time. That's for damn sure. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. So. Alright, so we all rolled for all the things. So now it is event time, I think. Yep. We're gonna reveal the top red and white or yellow event. So first, we cleared all the events from last round. Yay, go us. And out comes Brigands. Uh-oh.
Oh my.
The Brigands only cost 3 red pips. to place an influence cube down, and it only adds 1 black die, so I'm not against this, to be honest. 4 cubes and 4 victory points on offer.
Not bad.
But we add a yellow event for the first time in this game, and this one is Drought. Uh-oh. Pay 1 denier per citizen of your color in City Hall. No! Oh, you buttheads. Oh,
That sounds brutal.
That stinks. Does that happen right away? I think it does. I think it does. If so, that bites. That royally screws me from what I wanted to do this turn. Let's have a look. See if I can find it. No. I'm looking under events. Sorry. There we go. Each new event enters the city. Place the second card at the end of the event queue. The events take place from left to right, beginning with the marauding. There are 2 types of events. Military events are indicated by black dice. The start player takes a black die into hand for each die represented on the cards. These represent the enemies attacking the city. And then there are various events whose effects are indicated on the card and explained in detail in the annex. So we do the events first, and then the start player rolls the black die. So yes, the events happen now. We have to pay out the nose for any... it's not out the nose, it's only 1, but still, they used to be free, and now they're not.
So I pay 3?
Yes, you pay 3 and I pay 2.
Ouch.
That sucks.
That was brutal.
That sucks. I'm be honest. That sucks. I hate it. I'm really upset. I don't know. Something's happening. I keep seeing like some weird like upload thing in the upper left hand corner. Like people are uploading videos to something. Like, is Steam doing this kind of BS thing that I don't want? Because no. Stop it, Steam. I don't care. It sure looks like a Steam overlay of some kind, whatever it is. I hope it's not responsible, because I'm gonna flip. But I don't have anything else open that would make sense. Just Discord, and yeah, that's it. The VPN's turned off.
Right.
It's just OBS and Steam and my browser, which I guess I technically don't need, but I wanted I need it open so I can see who's in chat, which currently is nobody. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna close this tab just in case it's doing something, and I'm gonna close that YouTube tab. I don't need that open.
Aaron, I'm Poe.
Oh, hey, One Dead Donkey. He says I'm not lagging for him. I'm just lagging for you. Well, that makes sense. Oh man, it's hot in here.
As long as the stream looks good, I don't. You know.
Okay, so despite getting screwed of all of that nonsense, so where were we? Is CJ what is the thing? Oh, yeah, we got to do the black dice. So there's only 2 black dice this time, so that's not bad. CJ, take 2 dice and roll them, and then you'll have to deal with the highest one, and I deal with the next one. Oh, they're both 3s. Oh, for F's sake.
I guess I can handle that.
Oh, we certainly could.
I think.
I know what I would do if I were you.
I think I'm going to spend this red 5.
Really?
Well, because I could deal with the sea breeze if I keep my yellow dice.
That's true. All by yourself, even, yeah.
Right. So I mean, I guess that's my thought.
That's not a terrible idea, but I was gonna say if that's the case, maybe the white 4 would be a better choice, because you know you can use those red dice seemingly more effective than I can. I guess. True. I don't know. Yeah, sure. I guess.
We're gonna get rid of the red die.
Okay. Getting rid of the red die. Fair enough. Red die gotten rid of. Well done. Okay, so there's just a 3 left. I am gonna sacrifice this white 4 to the gods.
Goodbye, white 4.
I don't need that white 4. So this guy's taken care of.
Does he have to do anything or no?
What's that?
The neutral player is just neutral.
Nope, he doesn't do a thing. He doesn't do a damn thing. He just waits to get his money.
All right.
All right. So having said all of that. I think we're ready to start. Let me just double check and make sure. Yeah, I think we're done once we deal with the. Yep. Okay, dealt with. Now it's on to actions. Starting with you. You are start player, sir.
All right. I think I'm going to spend these 3 dice to deal with this one.
Yeah, that's a good move right there. That's a lot of victory points.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, give yourself 3 influence, then give yourself 4 victory points and take the card. You lucky jerk. It's rotate. There you go.
There we go. I knew one of these keys did what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I get 1 influence for that?
3. There were 3 spaces. You filled all 3, so.
Okay.
Okay, well, there's just the other one, and I might as well take my shot. I'm gonna spend my 2 red dice on my archer, who has been awesome so far.
Yeah, he's been doing good
so
for you.
for 4, I get to roll a die 4 times. Oh, and I left a red die on him. It should be in the I'm gonna roll it separately. Actually, you should roll it, but it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. That's
okay,
fine.
so yeah, that's now in the neutral district where it belongs. I get to roll a die 4 times. For each one that comes up 3, 4, 5, or 6, I get to place a cube in an event. That's a good start. That's a 4. That's 1 cube. That's a 2. That's nothing. Damn you. That's a 2. That's nothing. Come on. Oh my god. That's awful. That is such garbage. God damn it, cubes. What the hell? Why even?
Now, why was that 4 times? Just curious.
Because it's for every 2 pips, and I'd sacrificed 8.
Gotcha.
So I got to do it 4 times. It didn't pay off, as you can see, but...
Right, but it's still a good idea.
For God's sake. No, it was a terrible idea. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, it's no good. It's literally no good.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you're going to do.
I would like to spend my 6 and my 4 to put some cubes over here.
Okay, that makes sense. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to put a 6. Do I put this in the first spot?
Yep.
Okay. And then I put a 4 in the first spot there.
Yep.
Okay. I want to be left out of this cathedral jazz.
That makes sense. Oh, I got to give myself an influence for filling a cube.
Yeah.
I am going to, this seems insane, and it probably is. Don't forget to give yourself a victory point for each cube you placed, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will take an extra point for the one that I never bothered to take then.
Yep.
I didn't realize, or scored immediately.
Yeah. I am going to,
do we get influence as well?
Yes, you get 2 influence for each cube placed in this section. You get 1 influence for each one over there. So give yourself 4 for this turn. Holy crap, dude.
I am an influential motherfucker.
I'm gonna spend 4 influence to flip this yellow die over. Whoops. It went to exactly what I needed it to anyway. Okay, so it becomes a 6. I'm gonna sacrifice it so I get to put a cube here. I get a victory point, and I get I get 2 of my influence back. So that kind of worked out well, I guess.
Nicely done.
And a victory point for me. Yay!
Nice. All right,
I'm still really upset about that. For God's sake.
Yeah. I'm going to spend my red 6, and I'm going to spend it to do 2 boxes on this.
Yeah, that figures.
So what happens if we tie for influence? Then does it just go to the person that ended it?
I'm not sure. Let me look it up.
Okay.
Events. No, I think it's an action. It's under actions because combat the events. Yep.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Once the event is countered, in case there's a tie for first place, the tied players divide the victory points. So in our case, it would be even split, 2 apiece.
2 and 2. Okay,
yeah.
That sounds good.
Well, if the dice had gone a little bit better, I might have taken all 4, but no, it had to come up 3 times in a row, you piece of crap! Anyway, I'm going to spare my righteous indignation for a bit. I am going... I don't have a choice. I'm going to sell a die. I'm going to sell this 5 over here for a lousy $2. Because that friggin' event screwed me royally.
Okay.
I got $2. It's your turn, sir.
So how do I get a worker over here on this card?
Okay.
I spend 2
denier. Yeah, you spend 2 denier, and you have to have a worker in your personal supply, which you don't, but you have a ton of influence, so you can easily buy a new one.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
So I can spend
2 influence will put a worker from the general supply into your personal.
Okay. So we'll do that.
Yep.
Up.
And then if you want to use them over there, it'll cost you 2 deniers, and you can place them on the first space.
Okay.
Don't take the victory points yet. That's end of game.
Okay.
And then you can take the action if you so wish, but it doesn't look like you can.
It does not look like I can.
No. Yeah, I was going to say, unless you buy a die, but you can't. But that's okay. That would be a way to get some money for later, but it's my turn now. I'm going to get some money for now, I think. I'm going to spend 2 influence to get a dude into my personal supply. I'm going to spend 5 deniers. This should have been way easier, but no. That stupid event had to ruin everything. I'm going to put this guy down at the miller.
Yeah, that seems like a good move.
And then I'm going to spend this 6 to activate it once.
Right.
And I get 2 deniers for every person I have in the white or red building, so that's 8.
Nice.
And I get a solid chunk of money back. And maybe next turn I'll be able to do something. Hooray!
Right. So what does the first spot do on the influence track, Aaron?
That allows you to re-roll a die in your district, but it has to be in your district.
Right, I do not have one.
Anything outside of your district you must just use. So are you done?
Yeah, I'm broke as a joke, unfortunately.
Yeah, so am I, but I'm going to buy 1 more die. For the hell of it. And because it might actually work out. Who knows. So I'm going to spend this 5 at my archer. And it means I'm going to roll a dice twice and hopefully not roll 2s. There's a 4. That's 1 cube. And that's a 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off what we got going on here just to make sure I don't get stuck with 1 victory point for all the red points I spent, for God's sake. Honestly, you know what? If you do the math, I could have just paid for all 4 spaces. If I just, but it would have cost me $6 to do it at the time, so I couldn't. But anyway, okay, so that fills up the card. I believe the countered card goes to in case of a tie. Let me read it just to make sure. Oh, that's the wrong segment. Combat the events. There we go. Tied players divide the victory points, even Steven. If a player, yada yada, tied players divide the victory points for blah 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 blah. Players retrieve the cubes. Player who placed the most cubes takes the event card. In case of a tie, the tied players who placed cubes on the card first wins. Ha ha ha! Hooray! So I will get the card when all is said and done, but I also get an influence for filling that, and I'll take the card. Thank you. Here we go.
So even though I don't have any money, Aaron, can I still spend some influence to put some guys in my personal supply?
I don't know, but it doesn't seem to matter. You might as well wait till next turn. It's not going to change anything. Don't forget to give yourself 2 victory points if you have not already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops. Get in there. You jerk. Okay. I guess that's it. Well, I could buy another die, but I really don't want to. I'd like to save that money, so I might get the chance to spend it. So I pass. So we're all done. Put everything back.
Yep.
Out of the way. Out of the way, and... Okay, so first player comes over to me. Nobody bought anything from the other player, so nobody gets any money. End of the round. Return citizens line. Nobody was ejected this turn. Unused dice went back to the general supply. Star player passed over. Okay, so we're going to reveal the 3rd and final activity cards. Why did I hit that? There we go. Procession, Joust, and Journeyman. Let's go over them one by one. Procession. What the hell? I was trying to zoom in on the card. Anyway, I'll just do it the hard way. There we go. Procession. So, costs 5 deniers. First spot gets 3 victory points. Second spot gets 2. The player with the most dice in their district gains 2 victory points. This includes the gray district. In a tie, tied players all gain 2 victory points. Oh my. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And it costs white dice, and you divide by 4, so it could happen multiple times. So I guess if you are rich enough to buy other dice,
Right.
and just leave your dice in your district, you could make out like a bandit, I guess. Okay, so that's procession. The red one is joust. Costs 5 money. Placing first gets you 3 victory points. Gain 2 victory points only if the total value of all red dice remaining in your district is highest among all districts. Districts tied with you gain 2 victory points for their players. And this happens for every 3 red points you spend.
Huh.
Last but not least, the journeyman. You can spend 3 deniers to gain 2 victory points for every 4 yellow pips you spend on this one. That's interesting. Okay, so all the activities have been revealed. There are no new ones. This is it for the rest of the game. We have new events for this turn, and I reveal War!
Oh.
War!
Yeah.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. This has 7 cubes to fill in. And as long as it remains unfilled in, we will have an additional 2 black dice to deal with. Oh, crap. I think we drew a bad one. And it reveals a white event. Migrant workers. Place a gray cube on the lowest free space, the lowest value of the lowest level of the cathedral. Okay, so we're going to fill in the 2 spot in the lowest level. But that's okay for both of us because we already got at least 1 cube on each of those levels.
Right.
But yeah, you need to divide white cubes by 4 to fill this in. And oh man,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So my archer could be used on that because it says any event card. Not that it's paid off. Not that the archer has actually done anything, the lazy shit. Okay, so that's the events. We dealt with the events and what they do. It's time to roll black dice. Oh no, we have to get our dice and then roll them.
Yes.
So I get 2 of everything. CJ gets 2 of everything but 3 yellows. All right, I'll take 2 of these. 2 of these and see a doctor in the morning. And then 2 red dice. And then once CJ is done, I will give the neutral player everything that's left.
We'll just do this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm wrecking up the place with my drag and drop.
It's not working so great, huh? All right, that's all right. I'll take care of it. All right, so I'm going to roll for neutral guy. Neutral guy did pretty good. Kind of impressed. Oh.
That wasn't bad.
CJ's not awful. Watch mine be terrible. Oh, no, that's not bad, actually.
No, that's all right.
That's pretty good. I'm kind of happy with that. Okay, so I got stuff to do. It's going to be fine. Okay,
we got to get money at the beginning of our turn, don't we?
Oh, yeah, we get 10, and then we got to pay. Once again, the yellow ones are free. Red costs 2, and the white ones cost 1. So it's 6 for me, and I think 6 for you, too, because you just have an extra in the yellows, so it won't cost you any more money. But you still should make some cash. Money. Oh, my.
Yeah, I haven't had any money this whole game.
Oh, dear. Okay, well.
Which makes it kind of hard to use all these fancy cards that cost 5.
Yeah, that is an issue. That's okay, though.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, it's okay for me. All right, so now that that's done, I believe we're all done. We did the events. Oh, no, we got to do combat. That's right. It's combat time. Yep. So I got to draw 3 dice, and damn it, that means I got to deal with... Oh, son of a...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very pleased with that. Nice. I'm very pleased with that. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see. What do I do? I need a 3. Oh, man. How can I not? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. What can I do for the 3? Um. Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna spend the yellow 4, and then I'll get rid of the 3. I gain an influence for that.
Hooray. Yes, you do.
CJ, you got to deal with the 2.
I think I'm gonna toss this golden 2 here.
All right, give yourself an influence.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna toss my red 1 to cap this last die, which gives me another influence, but irritates me all the same.
Agreed.
Okay. Now, so that's dealt with. Nobody took any damage, so to speak, but it's about to get a whole lot more damaging. All right. So it's my turn first, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play my 2 white dice, the 6 and the 4, to put 2 cubes over here.
Not a bad plan.
That'll get me a level 3, so I can't lose anything, and a level 2, and that gets me 4 influence, which is really nice, and 2 victory points. I'll take those. Okay. And it is CJ's turn.
So is the buying workers a free action thing here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I might as well spend 2 to put a guy down here. I mean, it's kind of silly not to.
Well, if you know you're going to use them.
Yeah. Because I mean, influence isn't worth anything at the end of the game, right?
Yes. I don't believe influence counts for anything unless you have a character who requires it.
Right. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, okay, help me out here.
All right, I'll try.
If I spend this 4 money right here,
okay,
all right, and I buy this red die right here and spend it with my red 6 over here.
That'll get you $18.
That's what I was thinking. So I think we're going to do that.
12 divided by 2 is 6 times 3 deniers is $18. So yeah, right. That makes sense, I guess. I can't really complain. I mean, I can, but what would be the point?
But that 4 deniers.
That 4 deniers goes in a pile in my thing, and I'll get it at the end of the turn.
Gotcha.
Which I'm kind of okay with. I'm actually fine with that. I don't mind you doing that at all.
Good.
Because I was just gonna spend it on my archer, which I might still do, but I gotta think that over. Because this is gonna be super expensive if I don't do this right. But I'm gonna try and do it right. I'm gonna spend 4 deniers. That's gonna cost me 4, and that'll give me change. I'm gonna buy this 3 from the bank, and then I'm gonna use these 8 pips on my miller, which means I get to do this twice. I get 2 deniers for every one of my people in the red and white buildings, and it happens twice. So that's 8 times 2 is $16. I'll take that. We've been broke almost this entire game. That was kind of necessary.
Yeah, we have. Yes, we have.
It is your turn, sir.
All right.
Oh, and I gotta put these away before I forget. There they go.
So how does this procession work again?
Oh, the player with the most dice in their district gains 2 victory points. This includes the gray district. In a tie, all tied players gain 2 victory points. Okay, so you need a tradesman there, so it's going to cost you 1 dude and $5, which you have more than enough now.
Right. And then it's whoever has the most dice at the beginning, at the end? Like, how does that...
It's whoever has the most dice now when you do it.
Okay. So now is the time to do it.
Now is the time to do it, and I would probably, if I were you, buy a die from the neutral player to accomplish it.
No, because I have 5. He has 4.
You could, but then you'll be tied, and well, it doesn't matter, I guess.
No, I have 1 more. I have 5.
Well, I know, but you'll spend a die to do it, so it'll drop you down to 4.
Oh.
But
Well,
you'll be tied with
all
the
right.
neutral player. He doesn't get victory points. So hey,
No, that's okay.
Lovelust is
Oh,
here! Yay!
thank you so much for joining us.
She said, "I made it." Complaining is a high level technique. Yes, it is. complaining is next level board gaming. Is that's how you do it.
So what I'll do, Aaron, is I will spend 4 money, and I will buy
Oh my!
this 6.
So he wants to do it twice, like a jerk. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Right?
I can't blame you. Yep.
Or no, I would spend 6 actually, and I'd use all 3 of these, right?
If you want to use all 3, you can use all 3, but that's gonna, yeah, it will tie you, so it will still count. And that will do it 3 times. Yeah, that's 15, so 3 times.
Would that cost? And that costs 6 money.
Yes. It
All right.
costs. It costs. Wait, you bought 1 die, right?
Yes.
And you used 3, so it costs 6 money. Yes.
Yeah.
6.
Okay. Done.
And it goes in the bank because it does not go to me.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah. So it's gone.
So we'll do this 3 times, and you will get 6 victory points like a big jerk.
All right. So you get 6.
Yep.
All right. Carry on, sir.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it, but I'm. I'm kind of about the whole thing. I am going to. I think I'm just gonna spend 2, and I'll spend it at the bank because I'm gonna buy that last white die.
All right.
But I'm going to spend it at the apprenticeship, which is going to cost me another 6 to put a tradesman down. I don't have a tradesman, so I have to spend 2 influence to get one. And I'll just go ahead and put him here. And this white die only gets me 1 activation, but that's enough to put a cube down. And later, at a time of my choosing, I can spend this cube to turn all dice in a group into 5s.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That might be really useful later, and I'm really hoping it will be. So anyway, that's it for me. CJ, you still got stuff to do, I think.
Yes, I do. Aaron, I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to spend an influence to flip my 2 over.
Into a 5, okay.
Into a 5.
It'll cost you 4 influence to flip it.
1, 2, 3, 4. And
you can flip any number of your dice, by the way, so you can flip the 3 into a 4 if you want to make it slightly better.
Might as well, right?
I don't see a reason why not, to be honest.
Right. We'll leave that 6 as is. Okay. And then I'm going to spend the 5.
Where at? You could get 6 money, or you could go to war, get a couple of cubes there.
I think we're going to spend it for 6 money.
All right, so he's spending it at that dude. That gets you 6 money in your pocket. Not a bad deal.
Okay.
I am gonna buy the last 2 dice, the last 2 red dice over there, and I'm gonna try my hand at something. I don't know how well this is gonna go.
How risky are you gonna get?
It has not gone well so far, but I'm gonna try the archer once again, and with 8 pips. With 8 pips, I get to roll 4 times. Last time, I wound up getting exactly 1 cube for my troubles, but I'm hoping this does a little bit better.
I believe in you.
That's 1.
Nice.
That's 2. Come on. That's 3. Big bucks. Oh, all right, but 3 is still awesome. I am gonna put some cubes down on this white event over here. These migrant workers. Oh crap! Oh crap! Yeah. Oh, we're not gonna clear it. Oh, we're not gonna clear it. That's okay. That'll get me 3 influence, which I'm more than happy to take. And then I don't get anything else because we haven't cleared it yet. But I'm happy with that. I was hoping to clear it. That would have been amazing. But it's still better than last time. So I am thrilled with this. I'm super thrilled. Loveless says, "Hi, it's me," and then apparently she's eating a cookie.
Very nice.
It just says "nom," and it's an emoji of a cookie. I'm assuming that's what it means.
I am going to spend. I'm going to spend 2 influence for a worker.
Kind of jealous, to be honest. Eating is very important. Yes, this is true. This is absolutely
Agreed.
true. You have the only dice left, sir. Are you going to use them?
Yeah, I'm going to spend the 2 for my guy.
Okay. And you're putting him where?
I'm going to put him right here, I think.
Ah, yes. It's been very profitable.
Yeah, I'm going to spend
very
5.
Profitable. Okay, so you spent 5 to put him down. And you can spend 1 or both of your dudes.
I think I'm going to spend them both.
Okay. So you'll get to activate it twice, and that'll get you 8 times 2 is $16. That's not bad. Not bad at all, sir.
Not bad.
It is not bad at all. They're too spaced out. Just pick the one up.
Let go. The bloody hell there. Yeah.
All right, so
how many dollars do I get? $10.
Divided by 4, you get to do this twice. So for every citizen you have in the red and white buildings, of which you have 4, you get 4 money. So that's $16 into your pocket, sir.
That's not a bad thing.
That's good timing for that, to be honest. Having said that, I've known for a while I was getting paid at the end of this turn, so I can't feel too bad. There's no dice left to play, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that money now.
All right. How many more rounds we got there?
No, just there's only 1 round left for 2 players. You only play 4 rounds. So we got 1 round left. It's going to be more events. But since we didn't clear the ones we have, we're just going to be adding on top of that. So this might be awful. We'll see. Okay, so end of the round. I took the money. We returned citizens lying on buildings to personal supplies. Nobody was ejected, so we don't have to do that. Return unused dice to the general supply and pass the start card player back to the left. So CJ will be the final start player of the round. And what else is going on? Okay, so we're going to start the round over. We don't have any activity cards to reveal. We're done with that. Income, get $10 and then pay 1 for each white one and 2 for each red one. So basically, take $4.
Yeah.
That's what that means. Take $4. I'm gonna put 6 in and take a 10 out. Does that make sense to me? So you get $4 for income, and then next step is the assembling the workforce. So take all of your dice for all of your things. For me, that's still 2 for everything. Thank you, by the way, for not ejecting me from anything until this round. If you want to do it now, that's fine, because it doesn't matter anymore. But
it doesn't matter, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I took. Why did I take so many dice? I don't need 3. I'm just not paying attention, and I'm just grabbing all the dice. I'm like, I don't need that many. There we go. There's 4, and I need 2 red ones. There we go. And then all the rest go to neutral guy, and CJ will be in charge of rolling those bad boys. There you are. Okay. Go ahead and roll those neutral dudes. I will attempt to roll mine. Yeah, were you trying to interrupt my roll? Okay, I got a pretty terrible roll, so I'm not glad you didn't. I wish you had. Anyway, it's your turn. Roll all 7 of those beauties. Whoa! Okay, one of those jumped way out of its comfort zone. There you go. Okay, money, 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 money.
Yeah,
all right, it is done. Everyone kind of looks like crap, but it is what it is. Okay, so I think no, we're not done. We're just getting started. Events. Okay, so the last red event of the game is the succession conflict. Oh my. For every 4 points in red pips, you get to put a cube down, and it's 4 victory points for the most and 2 for the second most. Roll a die, place a gray citizen on the palace space of the same number, expelling a citizen if necessary. Uh-oh. I'm going to roll this, and a gray citizen is going into the red section. It might be too late to really do anything. 3. That's me. I got kicked out. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, though, right?
It might. For end-of-game points, it might matter, but that's okay. I've been expelled, and in its place goes a neutral.
Okay.
But we've already done the dice, so it doesn't really change what dice we get.
Right.
But it is another problem that we have to deal with. And then out comes a yellow event card to... Oh, dear. Support. Place a gray cube on each of the 2 events to the left of this event. Place only one cube if only one event is to the left. Okay. What does that mean? What do gray cubes mean? Oh, does that mean it? Oh, I see. Yeah. So we're taking neutral cubes, and it's going to fill in some. Oh, hey! It finished off the migrant workers. I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, that's some free points for you there, sir.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to get the last one and take the other 2 points, but now they'll go to the neutral player.
Still
And,
good,
it still clears this thing off the board and gets me 3 victory points, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that now before we do the combat. So that cube goes bye-bye. My cubes technically go bye-bye, but it's going to be hard to pick them off. That's 1, 2, and 3.
There you go.
And I get 3 victory points and this card. Hooray! Oops, I rotated it one too many times. There we go. And 3 victory points for that. Thank you, Mr. Random Dude. Appreciate it. Okay, so we'll move everything down 1. There is already 1 neutral cube on the Conflict of Succession. And support requires yellow cubes to do something about, so that's interesting.
Yes.
No new activities. They all stay the same. We now have to deal with combat, but thankfully no new black dice were added. So CJ, if you would, please roll us some combat dice that we have to deal with. Unfortunately, you will have to... Oh my!
Well,
Yahtzee.
as long as it's equal for everybody.
Yeah, you and I both have to deal with those. You deal with the first one, then I deal with the second one, then you deal with the third one. Any dice 4 or higher or red dice of 2 or higher will do the trick.
Yeah. Ugh. I guess, I guess I'm going to toss my yellow 5.
Yeah, it was a 5. I saw it. So, okay. I am going to...
Man, that sucked.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, man. Yeah, I guess. It's the only thing that makes sense, to be honest. I'm going to spend my red 2 to get rid of mine. Don't forget to take an influence for each one that you successfully clear.
Yep. And then
What to do.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah, that's kind of ugly, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to toss my other red 5.
Ouch.
Yeah,
all right, but it's better than losing 2 victory points. So so you got an influence for that. So combat's dealt with, and now I think we're just on to actions. Yep.
Yes.
It's time for actions, and you go first, sir.
All right. Man. Oh man. I think that I am going to spend 2 influence to give myself a worker in my supply.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to set that gentleman over to the archer.
Ah, yes.
That seems like the thing to do, right?
I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean,
I
effing love that guy. He's kind of been awesome.
Yeah, he has been good too.
No, he's been okay. Like, he could have been better.
Can I spend more influence to do more things, or is it once per turn?
Loveless says this seems quite smart. This is one of the more convoluted games we've played, but I wouldn't.
Agreed.
I wouldn't put it past you. I mean, it's just a matter of working your head around what all this stuff means. But
Right.
like once you get a hang of it, it's not that bad. Having said that, this is not a game I would introduce to someone who's never played board games before. Like this is intermediate level, I'd say, because it's more complicated than I would like to teach someone a worker placement game. But I mean, the core concepts are fairly simple. We're using these dice as workers to do all these different things, so to speak, and that's pretty much the gist of it. They just do different things depending on where we send them, so to speak.
Yes.
So CJ, you're done.
Well, I placed my worker up here.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, can I spend influence to do more stuff, or no?
Do more stuff, meaning how?
Could I spend influence once again to flip over this die?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It'll cost you 4, but it's a good move.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do that, and then this will become.
That becomes a 6. And then you can use it at the archer to roll a die 3 times and maybe get 3 cubes.
Yeah. So.
All right. 3, 4, 5, or 6 gets you a cube. That's 1.
1.
That's 2. Come on, 3 for 3. Oh,
Oh,
all right. Well, you get
two's not bad.
two cubes.
Two's not bad. Two's not bad at all. So I think this is the smart money right here. It's worth 4 points for whoever's got the most guys.
Yep.
And then I get 2 influence, which I just spent to flip over a die, so that's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
All right.
Damn you.
Good there, sir.
Damn you. I did. This is not how I wanted to spend this turn.
Spend that money.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna spend $4. I'm gonna buy that red 4 off this guy. And I'm gonna spend those at my archer to roll 4 times.
God damn.
Well, I need 2 of them to turn up.
Yes, you do.
I'd say my odds are 50-50, even though they should be higher than that, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, 4 rolls. I need at least 2 of them to turn up, preferably more. That would be nice. And that's 1. 1 more out of 3 shots. That's 2. Rock on. That's 3. Can we make it 4? Oh, 4. That's beautiful. I am obviously going to fill in the last spaces on this just to make sure we tie.
Yep.
You will take the card though because you placed first, and
Yes.
I will get 2 influence for that. 1, 2.
And then we both get 3 victory points.
We both get 3 victory points. So take a 3 victory point chip, throw it in your bag.
Oop, sorry,
yeah, that's okay. Got to take all the cubes off at first. And there's the neutral cube. Go ahead. Card's all yours, sir. Well done. And I have 2 more cubes to place. You know what? I think it makes sense to throw them here.
Yeah, hell yeah, it does.
I think I'm gonna throw them there. To be honest, yeah, that's a good start.
Okay, you'd be kind of crazy not to.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
Let me tell you something, brother. I think I'm going to...
Yeah, I'm not I was thinking I was going to do one thing. I'm like, no, it doesn't make sense.
No, yeah, exactly.
I'm like, no, don't do that, you moron. Calling myself names, you moron. How do you think you're doing? I could do that, but I don't want to. No.
Man. All right, I'm going to spend...
all right, I'm not going to say nothing.
Don't do that to me.
I'm just not gonna do it. Just not gonna do it.
I mean, son of a...
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Money's not worth anything at the end, right?
Money is not worth anything at the end. So yes, you would be wise to spend it all.
Okay.
Adam said +1 for awesome Hulkster references.
I'm going to spend 1 for my last worker here because it's silly not to put him out there.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Right? But I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 6.
Okay.
But I'm going to buy a die. So I'm going to spend... What the hell? I'm going to give you 1...
Oh, it's awfully kind of you.
2... yeah, I spend 2 to take 1 die. Or no, because I need to spend 4. Sorry. I need to spend 4.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And I'm going to buy your 1?
Really?
Yeah, because, I mean, it doesn't matter how well it just gives you influence, but what does that even matter at this point? And then I'm going to spend these 2.
Okay, so a 1 and a 3?
A 1 and a 3. Go in, thank you.
And that is the 3. You get 2 influence, and you get 2 victory points.
Yes. Get back 1 and 2 victory points. All right. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I mean, there goes that plan. I mean, I guess I could do something else. I mean, it would cost a ton. Yeah, I think it would cost too much, to be honest. Yeah, well, I mean, it might be worth it, though. I hate talking to myself. No, it would absolutely would not be worth it. Okay, well, I guess I'll just maximize what I can get, I guess.
Might as well, right?
That would be worth... Okay. Yeah, mathematically it seems to make more sense.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
I'm just trying to figure this out in my head. Sorry, just trying to maximize this turn, get as much as I can out of it. I don't think there's any need for me to go to the cathedral. You've got one on each level, so have I. I have a ton of influence.
Spend that shit. Flip some dice.
I could, but I think the best use of my oh yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Yeah, oh man, this is hard. No, I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. I'm going to ooh though, yeah. I'm gonna spend 2 influence. Get a dude. Put him into place up here.
All right.
That'll cost me 6. Put that in the bank. I'll take that back and put that back. So I got $5 left in my name. Spend that die to activate that ability. Put a cube on it.
Right.
So at a later point, I can spend it to turn a single white die into 3 yellow dice of the same value.
Not bad, not bad.
That works for me. But more importantly, it's worth 3 victory points. CJ, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna take this fella, and I think it'd be crazy if I didn't put it right here.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I just didn't have your funds.
Right, exactly. So I'm gonna spend 5 to do that.
Right.
And then 4 divided by 4. So I mean, this is 8. That's as good as I can get, no matter what I do here.
Okay. So that'll allow you to do it twice. You can spend 3 money to get 2 victory points. So if you do that, you can spend 6 to get 4 victory points.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Well, now that I think about it, it seems kind of silly.
So I'm going to get 4 victory points for that.
All right, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm going to spend $2. I'm gonna buy your white 3.
Nice.
Okay. And I'm going to use this cube to turn it into 3 yellow 3s.
Ooh.
So that now becomes 3 yellow 3s. I'm gonna spend them at my miller.
Okay.
Because he gets me $2 for each, and because I have 9 pips instead of just 3, I get to do it twice. So I will, unfortunately, because you kicked one of my dudes out, I get $12 instead of 16. But whatever.
That's still a good amount of money.
It's still a chunk of change, and it allows me to make some more moves, which is what I needed.
Right.
CJ, it is your turn.
So Aaron,
there's still doings to transpire.
Could I spend these 4 beautiful money here, and you take these 2 white dice?
Sure.
And then put 2 cubes up here?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Okay. That's what we're going to do then. We're going to spend this money. That goes to the bank because we're not buying from him. Da, 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 da.
Yep.
And I'm gonna put 2 number 2s up here. Bloop and bloop. All right, go ahead, sir.
All right. Well, I kind of walked myself into a corner on accident, but I'm going to spend 2 to buy this last red die off the
Yeah,
bat. And I'm gonna have my archer fire off some arrows. Just a
that's the
couple.
spirit.
Just a couple of them, but if I get really lucky, I can clear this card. If not, I'm hoping to get at least... All right, that's 1. And that's 2. Rock on! Okay,
Nice.
I just cleared this card, so I'm going to get 4 victory points. Hooray!
Nicely done.
Really needed that, I think. And that means I can clear those off. That's 2 more influence for me. And I get the card.
Yeah.
And I get 4 victory points, all to my lonesome. I like that. I'll take
Very
that.
nice.
Thank you. 4 victory points. And there we go. And I take these cubes back. And CJ, if you have more things to do, you may do them now.
I mean, I got 5 money, but I honestly, Aaron, I don't think I can do anything. Well, I could just buy some dice, right?
There's 3 dice left to buy.
All right.
You have 5 money, so you can buy 1 die and do something with it, maybe.
Yeah, there's not much you can do with it. Although, let's see here, because you have to pay 5 to use this ability, right? Or no, you just have to pay 5 to do this guy.
Just to put the tradesman in place, yes.
So I could buy a die and then use it.
And then gain a bunch of money, yeah.
Okay, well let's do that. So I would spend 5.
Whoa! Why 5? How many
Oh,
dice
no,
are
I'm
you?
sorry.
I was gonna say you've already got the tradesman down. You don't pay to put him down again. If you're buying a
Right.
die, if you're buying just 1, it'll cost you 2.
I was going to buy 2 die.
If you need 8 money for that.
Ah, right. So I can only buy 1.
You can only
Okay,
buy 1.
So, all right. So I'm going to. There's 3.
Yep.
And I guess I would take this 5 right here,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then I would use this one, and
Mhm.
I get to use that once, and I get what, 5 money? What do I get? 1, 2. Or is that the barracks and the church?
You get 8 money. If you set it off once, you get 2 deniers for every person you have in those 2 buildings. You have 4, so it's 8 money.
Yay! I got 8 money. Okay, you're up, sir. Spend that money.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only thing that makes sense, at least to me, is to get another tradesman in play. No, it doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I'm gonna spend 2 influence to put a guy into my personal supply. I'm then gonna place him at the inn, which costs me 5 more money.
Right.
And then I can spend yellow dice. I'm going to spend them both just to keep them out of your hands.
Well,
and then I can buy up to 7 influence for every dollar I spend. I am going to spend... I might as well spend all 5. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter,
I'll just almost max out my influence. Almost. There was 1 shy.
Right.
Okay. And I believe that's it, because there's no dice left. There's no dice left. So we are donezo. Take your money. It doesn't really matter, but you might as well.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna do the end of the round just in case. No, there's no need to pass the start player. So victory point tokens gained during the game. I can now reveal that I have 21. And just for proof, in case proof were needed. You can look and count my my victory points here. I'm going to put them all back in the bag in a second just for easier counting. There we go. 12, 15, 21. What were you looking at? Oh, you took your whole
30.
bag out.
Yeah.
30. Yeah, you got an edge on me. I didn't realize you could take the bag out. I thought it was locked.
You can pick it up. But yeah, I got 30, sir.
All right. I only sadly had 21, but hopefully I can... Yep. There we go. It just had a little trouble counting the last. It had trouble counting the last chip. It was like 20. I was like, wait a minute, it was 21 a second ago, and then the last one just kind of bink and fell into place. That was really funny. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that in Streamland. So, okay, so now we got to count up the rest. So it is 1 point per event that has at least one cube on it. Unfortunately, we wiped the last cube. The last event that had any cubes on it was wiped off the
Yep.
board. So there's
All right.
nobody gets anything for that. You get victory points per space occupied on a victory card. So I get 3, 6, 9, 11, 14. I'll take 14. How'd you do?
I got not quite as many. You had quite a few on there.
I needed
single.
something to come back from your massive victory point chip totals.
I mean, I didn't
you
do
had 9 points on me before we got started. Okay. Now that that's done, -2 victory points for each unoccupied level of the cathedral. Fortunately, we each have a cube on every level of the cathedral. Nobody lose anything. Now it's time to reveal the character cards and give points for all players. So we'll do this one at a time. We'll start with my first one. I can reveal it was Shretian de Troyes, who gives points for how many workers you have in the 3 main buildings. Unfortunately, I got screwed out of getting 3 victory points because I got pushed out unceremoniously by Mr. Jerkface over there. But CJ, I think you qualify. Nope, you just get 3. So I get 1, you get 3.
Oh,
well,
okay.
that was disappointing.
We both get points for your revealed character.
Yeah, for every revealed character you get points, but I knew this was going to happen, but I thought I was fine with 5. I forgot we're playing 2 players and I needed 6. So that's my bad for not paying attention. CJ, reveal your first secret character and let's score it.
This is somebody.
No wonder you were anxious to get so many cubes in the cathedral last second. Did you get 8? No, you fell just 1 shy. Oh, that's okay. You did get 6, so you get 3 victory points. I once again am 1 shy, so I get 1. This is not going well for me. This is not going well for me. But things might change because here's this guy. Whoops. This guy, it gives you points for how much influence you have, and I have well over 15, so I'm going to get the full 6 victory points for that. CJ, what did you wind up with? You have less than 10, so you're going to get 1. Sad to say. That might have been what I needed, but the game's not over yet. CJ's got 1 more character card to reveal. La Florentine. That is for how many workers you have on the activity cards, if I understand correctly. I'm going to double check that. Characters. De Florentine. Yep, for characters on activity cards. So I think we're fairly tied. No, I got 5 and you got 5.
5, yep.
5 even? We both got 5? Yep. Okay, so that means 3 victory points each. So that doesn't really change anything for either player, but that's all right.
No, isn't that 5 each?
No, you get the level that you reached. We both had 5, so we didn't quite get 6. So we both get the middle level, which is 3 victory points. So that ends that. If you would be so kind as to take your bag out and and share it with the world and reveal how many final victory points you have. I wound up with 46. Oh! 49. Well done, sir.
So close.
Done. If I had gotten 1 more dude on one of these,
yes.
I would have tied you.
Oh, what a game.
If I had gotten 1 more dude in the cathedral, I would have tied you. Oh, man.
Yep.
Oh, that was a really close game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wow.
No, I mean you did smart. You did you got that early extra die and you used it to your advantage. I think it
made a difference.
I think it did make the difference. I was looking for a way to kick out the one of the other neutral guys and then I just lost sight of it. And then one of the neutral guys kicked me out, so I guess that's what I get. But it was the last round. I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Turns out it kind of mattered. Anyway, wow, well done. Well done, sir. Well played. So yeah, this is Troy's. Loveless says don't know him. I think she was referring to Le Florentine, this guy here. Yeah, it doesn't look familiar to me either. Uh, that's a lot of rules. It is and it isn't. Like I said, once you've been board gaming for a while, it tends to come naturally. CJ wasn't so sure at the start of this, and he wound up winning. So, you know, don't look at games like this and think you can't do it, because you totally can. But like I said, if you're not a board gamer, I would not start with this. I would
This
teach
isn't a
you.
starter game.
This
No.
is not a board game that you show to people who've never played board games before, unless you're us, in which case you just stream them to people who don't play board games before. But
You go and learn today.
yeah, but hey, Lovelust, if you ever want to come be a guest on our stream, I'd happily teach you something that might be a bit better for someone who doesn't board game a lot, and something that still has some of these concepts that would be a little bit easier to follow because they're a little simplified. Something like Stone Age would be good. Let's see what else. There's a couple of deck building games that I really like.
Sure.
That are good for people who don't play board games a lot or haven't played something like this in any event. But yeah, I sent an open invitation to everybody on the GOG stream team. Oh, I forgot to tell you, CJ. Our boss on the GOGCOM stream team, Paran Jade, she has a Tabletop Simulator, and she offered to join us at some time. Now,
That'd be phenomenal.
she lives in Germany, so the timing might be weird. We might have to do like a Saturday during the day stream to get her
that's
on.
cool. You
But
let me know, man. It would be an honor.
It would be
Absolute
awesome.
honor.
It would be awesome to have anyone from the GOG stream team come join us
Yeah.
for something like this, and it would be fun.
100%.
It'd be fun because I would love to play board games with these people. I would really legitimately enjoy it. Lovelust
Absolutely.
especially. She's one of my favorite.
Definitely.
I shouldn't have favorites. That's not right. But anyway, you know what I mean. Kilgore would be great. They'd all be great. Darksaber, enjoy the crap out of him. They're all good people. But and I think Darksaber said he has Tabletop Simulator as well. Again, he lives in England, so that might be a little tricky, but we could do it.
That's all right. We'll work it out. You let me know when we need to be here, and I will be here.
And Lovelust is in Canada currently, but she's looking at moving to the USA. She might be a few time zones away, but she could still join us, so that's another option.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, this has been Troy's. Like I said, it's a little bit more complicated than the kinds of games we usually like to show on this channel, but I had just picked up the expansion for this, so I kind of wanted to play it again and refresh it in my mind, and show it off to people who may not have known that this game existed.
You would not buy this for the box art. That is
sure. Troy's, like we said at the start of the stream, the box art is absolutely terrible. Well, I mean,
it's hideous. No, it's hideous.
It's not gonna get anybody to buy the game. I don't
It's
think.
not enthralling in any way, shape, or form.
But the game itself is better than the box art would let you believe. So
100%.
that's another reason why I wanted to show this game off. But anyway, thanks for coming, Lovelust, One Dead Donkey, Adam. Much appreciated that you guys came and hung out. I really enjoy when people come and they have fun things to say, especially the props for the Hulkster references. That made me laugh. Yeah, and I think that's it. This episode will wind up on our YouTube channel eventually. We're always a couple of weeks behind, so that'll eventually get there. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna let Sigurd go because he has a wife to take care of.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks for coming. We really appreciate it when you guys come. One Dead Donkey says, thanks, guys. Always fun. Thank you very much for coming. If anybody has any requests for a game that they'd like to see that I might own, I'd love to, because I'm always trying to figure out what to play next, and it always takes me longer than expected. This one was easier than most of the time. Most of the time I pick a game like last minute. But if anyone has a game that they want to see, please let us know one way or the other. In the meanwhile, I've been Pantsless Aaron. Thanks for watching. This is my buddy CJ. He also goes by Sigurd. Yeah, we tend to stream every Sunday. We occasionally skip if one of us is not feeling totally great, but we're hoping to stream again probably this Thursday and next Sunday as per usual. So hopefully that'll happen. In the meanwhile, I want to say thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, we will see you guys next time.
Good night, guys.
Good night, good night. Have yourself a good night.
So long.
Farewell. I'll be to say good night. Of course I went there.
I knew you could jump right
You
into song.
you set me off, damn it.
Phenomenal, sir.
Good night.